every single skill that is named after Simone Biles. Absolutely crazy. If you don't know me though, my name is Bray. Hey again. I am a former elite and All-American gymnast, and I'm a current gymnastics coach and judge in the sport. So I'm really excited to be breaking this down. Let's go through all of her skills. Obviously, they're all named after her, so they're all just the Biles. I don't want to say just the Biles, but you know what I mean. It's the Biles on every one of these skills, but there will be a number affiliated to it because she has more than one skill named after her on multiple events. So we have to be able to differentiate which Biles it is on which event. So let's go ahead and jump into it. Okay, I found this whole clip that was put together by this other page. So I'm going to link the page down in the description below just to give them credit, because them putting this together made my job a whole lot easier. So shout out to this person. So if you want to look at the original video and give them some credit as well, that would be awesome. So I'll have them again below, but let's go ahead and jump into the video. Okay, the first Biles we're going to look at is the Biles on floor. This is her first Biles ever, and it is a double layout half. So here she'll do a double layout, and at the last second, do a half. So let's go ahead and break it down. So right here, she does the round up back handspring, one layout flip, two layout flip, and then she has to drop that left arm, as you see right here, to allow her body to twist. A blind landing, which is very difficult to land, and she sticks it, of course. So that is very difficult. Double layout half. The double layout in general is difficult, but especially adding a half at the end where it is a blind landing. This has been valued a G. This is most likely in the FIG code of points, given the fact that it's not, I looked it up, it's not in the developmental code of points, so it has to be probably in the FIG code of points. All right, the next one, let me rewind that because I was talking while reading it. All right, the next one is going to be the Biles on vault. So she has the Biles on floor. Now she has the Biles on vault. A round off half on, double lay full, forward. So we'll see it in fast motion, then I'll break it down slowly because I know that is pretty fast. So here she is. This is a different time she did this vault, but it's the same vault. So here she goes into that round off back handspring. Now as she goes onto the vault, she's going to do a half twist in the air. So now she's going forward off the vault in a front handspring, and she's going to do a layout flip, but as she does it, she's doing two full twists. And again, another blind landing. This is a very difficult vault as well. I'm not sure the start value difficulty. Hopefully it'll say it on the screen like it did for her Biles on floor, the double layout half. But not only is the half turn vault onto the vault like already difficult to flip out of, but the fact that she does it and then does a layout flip out of it is just also super difficult. And then she adds two twists in the layout itself. It's insane. Like, it's absolutely crazy how difficult this vault is. And she does it pretty well. And again, she makes mistakes. You're going to see it in this next clip. She actually falls at a meet for this vault. Here it is again in slow motion. But clearly it's difficult for her too, or she would, you know, she wouldn't have fallen here. Mistakes happen, and it happens to every gymnast. But it just goes to show this vault is very difficult. All right, moving on to the Biles 2. So this is what I mean. The Biles 1 on floor was the double A half. The Biles 2 on floor is now going to be her triple twisting double back, which is... I'm going to make a video just about her triple twisting double back pretty soon, because I think that might be the most impressive skill I've ever seen in my life. I want to say she's the only gymnast to ever do this, ever, man or woman, but I could be wrong. I do want to say a man has done this, but I don't think he has. So I'll look at that and double check, and I'll talk about that in the video when I deep dive onto this skill specifically. And I don't want to get into it too much here, but just how difficult this skill is I don't know how to even, it's going to be really fun trying to explain this because it is so hard. Okay, so here is it in normal motion. She debuted this in 2019. God, I feel like it was so much longer before that. So what essentially see, sometimes she falls. So she got it named after her at Worlds. So here we are in slow motion with this skill. So it's a roundabout handspring. And then as she does the roundabout handspring, she does a double back. So let's just kind of break this down for a second. She does 2 back flips in the air, 1, 2. Then she adds the twists. What the double the double back triple twist is on the first flip, she does a full. And then on the second flip, she does 2 fulls. So there's 3 twists in the air happening at some point, but she's doing it throughout 2 flips. And that's what's absolutely crazy about this skill. So again, I'll deep dive into that, but just so you kind of understand, imagine just 2 back flips, but on each flip, she's doing a full for the first. Well, I guess I shouldn't say each. 2 back flips, okay? She does a full on the first back flip and a double full on the next back flip. Like, I don't even know how you do that on purpose or accident. I don't get it. Okay, so let's try to watch it again. Round off back handspring. So she's going to start the first full, and she's finishing the first double, or she's finishing the first back tuck. Now she's going into second back tuck, and she's going to pull out 2 twists. 1 and 2. And obviously she has to get a lot of height to be able to pull this out. 1, 2, 3. Obviously in the double back. And it doesn't matter if she went out of bounds, as long as she didn't fall, she gets it named after her. 1, 2, 3. That was one of her better ones she did in competition. Yeah, see that one she still went out of bounds, but it's still, you know, for the amount that skill is valued versus the deduction she gets, the skill is worth it, I think. I think though, you know, I'm not gonna speak on this confidently or speak for her, but I want to say that skill kind of aided to her getting the twisties come the Olympics. She did a lot of type of like twisting flips and on different events, and I think her, you know, mind just couldn't differentiate after so long, like what flip for what twist. And if you're a gymnast, you understand what I mean by the twisties. It's the most uncontrollable and probably one of the worst feelings to have as a gymnast is having the twisties, because essentially the comparison that I can make towards it, and I've made a video like explaining what happened to her at the Olympics a few years ago. It's somewhere on my YouTube, but essentially the best way I can put it for people that don't do flips, whether you're like if you understand the twisties, if you're a cheerleader, a diver, a gymnast, a tumbler of any sort, trampoline, like all of those things, if you don't know what that is, the best way I can compare it is imagine somebody with vertigo. They like, right, their equilibrium is off, and so they can't drive, they get dizzy. I don't think they can drive, right? I think that's correct. I don't know. But my point being is your equilibrium's all off, so you don't know, you get very disoriented easily and things like that. That's basically what it means to have the twisties when you're a gymnast. It makes it almost impossible for you to do anything in gymnastics, especially things involving twists. So I think her having, oh God, my chin keeps itching. I think her having all of, you know, these types of flips and twists in her skills almost every event probably just caused that. I know, at least for myself personally, when I was training a lot of twisting and stuff, it caused me to get the twisties, and I had to kind of like stop doing what I was doing and figure my way out of the twisties again. So, but it just goes to show how much twisting is actually involved in that skill. Double twisting, double back. Okay, now this is on beam. I think this is the Simone Biles 1. Yeah. Does she have 2 on beam? She has 2 on floor, 2 on vault, 1 on beam. All right, so she does a back handspring step out, back handspring 2 foot, a double back, and on each flip, she's doing 1 full. Now remember the double back triple twist, she did 1 full on the first flip and then 2 fulls on the second flip. This is going to involve the same thing, but 1 less full. So she's still doing a double back, but she's doing 1 twist on each flip. And do you see what I mean by like every event she was doing some type of like really intense, crazy flip twist type of skill. So I could definitely see how she got the twisties doing all of this, which just really sucks for her because that's not a fun feeling. So here it is again, rounded by handspring, that double back and the twist on each one. Let's kind of slow it down. Back handspring, 2 foot, punch, flip 1, twist, flip 2, twist, land. Yeah, super difficult off of beam too, by the way. The beam is 4 inches wide, if you didn't know, so absolutely crazy to be doing that off beam. All right, moving into Biles number 2 on vault. Oh, it's like a hair. A hair keeps tickling my chin. Oh, get out of here. All right, Biles number 2. This is the amazing Yurchenko double pike. If you didn't see my most recent breakdown of it, I'll leave that below as well. I just can't with this fall. It is absolutely crazy. So good. What the heck? So good. But yes, again, round off back handspring and then 2 pike flips in the air. Since I already broke down that vault, I'm not going to go into grave detail on it, and especially because there's no twist involved, it's a little bit easier to see to the naked eye. But essentially what that Yurchenko double pike is a round off onto the board, a back handspring to the table, and then 2 pike flips off her hands, which essentially is 2.5 flips because she's going off her hands, flipping, landing on her feet. So it's 2.5 twists. I like to, you know, like the comparison would be kind of like a diver. A diver goes off their feet and lands on their hands. Simone Biles goes off her hands, lands on her feet. So she's really doing 2.5 double pike twist or flip, which is super difficult. All right, right here you can see all of her skills listed. So we have the Biles on floor, which again was the double layout half. We have the Biles on vault, which is the round off half on double full off in a laid out position. Biles number 2 on floor is the triple twisting double back. Biles on beam. So yes, she only does have 1 on beam. Okay. And I know, again, I don't want to say only 1, right? Because that sounds negative, but compared to everything else, she only has 1 on beam. She has 2 on floor and 2 on vault. She's just missing 1 on bars. So I have a feeling she's doing something where she's going to get a skill named after her on bars, but I also know she doesn't really like bars a whole lot, so I'm not holding my breath, but I would love to see her get a skill named after her on bars because I think it'd be super dope. Okay, where do we leave off? Biles on beam, double twisting, double back. So the double, we call that in gymnastics the double because it's a double back and a double twist. I really love just talking gymnastics with people because we literally sound like we're saying our own language. I was having this conversation with my husband. I said, whenever I'm talking about gymnastics, does it sound like I'm literally talking a different language? And he was like, yes. Like, it's absolutely crazy. I'm like, that's kind of funny. Biles 2 on vault. Her last one is the Yurchenko double pike that we already broke down. So there it is. All of the skills that Simone Biles has named after her. Absolutely crazy. It's an honor to get your name put in the code of points, but the fact that Simone Biles has done it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times on top of all the other history books that her name is written in, it's pretty cool to see. All right, guys, thanks for watching. Hope you learned something. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll check you guys out on my next video. Bye.